All right. Hello everyone, my name is Chris Hernandez, and today I'm going to be telling you about my hometown, Mission Viejo, which is about 45 minutes south of here. Now, I've lived in Mission Viejo my entire life until coming to APU last fall, so 20 years of my life. And so I just want to start off by telling you a story that my dad used to tell me a lot when I was a kid. And it's a story about my dad's childhood and growing up in Long Beach, which is not the greatest city in comparison to Mission Viejo as far as crime goes. Now, my dad grew up in near poverty. He didn't have a whole lot of money to buy food, even for himself when he was a kid. And he would tell us this story over and over when we were children, that his mom saved up for an entire year to buy him a bicycle for his birthday, and she put it on layaway, and finally when she had enough, or when she had saved up for 12 months and paid it off, he got it for his birthday. But the very next week, his bike got stolen out of his side yard, and he never got the bike again, and his mom was so disappointed, and he was even more just crushed by that. And so contrast that with where he lives today and where he bought his house in Mission Viejo, and where I grew up my whole life. Mission Viejo is actually the safest city in the nation in 2009, according to Mission Viejo's website. And so today, along with safety, Mission Viejo has a lot of other great characteristics. And today I just want to tell you a little bit about some of those characteristics. APU students, you guys should consider moving to Mission Viejo after your senior year for a couple different reasons. One, safety, which I'll go over in more detail. Two, it's a beautiful suburban city. And three, it has tons of recreational activities there and in the surrounding areas. So number one, safety. Mission Viejo, like I said, is one of the safest cities in the nation even to this day. It's actually the third safest city in the nation and the safest city in California as of 2013, so just this past year. Among the services that Mission Viejo offers to prevent crime, they actually do a really good job because they have a couple different things. They have vacation house inspections to make sure that nothing is left unchecked. For burglars to break into your house, they'll actually check that for you. They have house inspections to make sure that your house is crime-proof and safe, all the windows and doors. And they also have a great neighborhood watch program, and they even offer guest speakers if you're interested in learning more about crime prevention. In my 3 years of owning a car in Mission Viejo, I've never locked it once, and there's never been any break-ins for cars on my street. So that's a fun little statistic. Second of all, Mission Viejo is a beautiful city. There's tons and tons of just scenic stuff in the city and throughout the surrounding areas. It's a very hilly city. There's tons of hills. There's actually 52 parks according to the website of Mission Viejo. And there's Lake Mission Viejo, which if you'll switch to my second slide here, which I'm going to do that with you. You'll see Lake Mission Viejo is on the top left there, and that's just an overview. The park to the right of that is actually the park that is across the street from my house. I had the great opportunity of living across the street from there, and that was built after my dad bought the house. And then the lowest picture is just a picture of the lake, and in the background you'll see Saddleback Mountain, which is actually the next thing I want to talk about. Saddleback Mountain is a 4,100-foot mountain that is great for recreational activity. There's all sorts of wildlife and just hiking opportunities there, and you can go dirt biking, or really it's just like the outdoorsy area of local Mission Viejo. And Mission Viejo Lake itself is actually 18 square miles, and as you'll see in the top left picture there, there's a tiny little boat, so that's probably like a houseboat that's floating by, so you could kind of get an idea of how big that is. Also, Mission Viejo is a suburban city, so we're located right off the 5 freeway, right in between, we're the midpoint between Los Angeles and San Diego, so it's really a great location if you're interested in Disneyland. We've got Wild Rivers there in Irvine, which is a water park, and anything that you might want to go to in San Diego or Los Angeles, we're the midpoint. So, moving on to recreational activities, we have a lot of those. I lived across the street from a park, as I already mentioned. And Lake Mission Viejo has a ton of recreational activities. There's summer concert series where they have artists like James Taylor come and play at the lake, on the lake. So actually, if you'll switch to the next slide, you'll notice that in the top right, that is what a concert at the lake would look like. We also have hiking, which you'll notice is on the top left picture. Me and my buddy Caden, we went hiking. And then in the lower picture, that's a picture of paddleboarding. So just a variety of activities that you can do on the lake. There's also shopping malls, there's the Mission Viejo Mall, movie theaters, and bowling, all sorts of traditional activities as well. And so, overall, I'd just like to conclude today by reminding you guys that Mission Viejo is a safe city, it's a beautiful suburban city, and there's tons of recreational activities there for anyone to participate in. And going back to my original story, my dad told me that story over Christmas break, and after living in Azusa for this one semester, I've realized how blessed I am to grow up in Mission Viejo. And when he told me that story and how hard it was for his bike being stolen and having my own bike being stolen, it meant a lot more to me growing up in Mission Viejo. So thank you.